Austin Rivers done opened up this fucking Pandora box again of NBA players that can play in the NFL and NFL players that can play in the NBA.
Mm.
And Sam, make sure you clip this shit because I got something to say.
Hold on. Did you see
Yeah, him.
Smart. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. All right, go ahead.
So I want to be very clear about this debate.
Mm-hmm.
Austin saying there's 30 NFL players that can't play in the NBA, but there's 30 NBA players that can't play in the NFL. I think everybody should respect everybody's craft.
For sure.
How they approach it. I don't think there's 30 NBA players that can play in the NFL. I don't think there's 30 NFL players that can play in the NBA.
Man.
Now, they're going to have some freaks of nature, some guys that can just play whatever. That's any sport. We all athletes.
Right.
So any sport you play, there's going to be some unicorns that you put a motherfucker in pads, I'm going to be able to catch passes. You put me on a basketball court, I'm going to be able to contribute positive. You know what I'm saying? There's certain special guys. My problem where this conversation is going is I don't like the fact that the NFL players are saying their argument is, oh, y'all soft.
Yeah.
Like y'all flop, this and that. Some of that shit is theater. And let's be clear. Y'all motherfuckers flop too.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
So is football more than running, jumping, catching? Hell yeah. It's agility, it's smart, it's chess, it's being able to beat your man off the line, trying to keep somebody in front of you that's trying to beat you off the line. I respect all of that shit. I don't take none of that. I don't take none of that for granted. But when we start getting into the conversation about basketball players being soft, this and that, it's like, bro, basketball is way more contact than we get credit for. Granted, in any sport, football included. Pussies on both sides, bro.
That's a fact.
Keep the games. So I don't want this conversation to get swayed like we the only ones. No.
Pussies over there too. There's some pussies over there. I
see some of y'all niggas catching that ball, getting down too. Or get to them sidelines too. Like, so.
Get arms, the dinosaur arms. Oh, I ain't catching that. Oh.
Yeah. So come on now. Let's not make this a physicality conversation. Yes, y'all are known for being more physical and aggressive. Sure. Yeah. But let's stop for a second. Let's take the physicality out of it. Let's talk about skill. Catching that ball is a skill. Being fast as fuck, that is a skill. Yeah. Being able to read defenses and trump that matchup, that is a skill. Shooting a jump shot way harder than all that shit, man. With no contact.
That's a fact.
With no contact.
That's a fact.
So I'm gonna keep saying this throughout this rant.
Yeah.
I don't think NFL players can play in the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't think NBA players can play in the NFL.
Yeah.
But if there's gonna be turnover one way or another, I feel like I can train Zion Williamson to be a football player.
Yeah.
I feel like you can train a LeBron to be a football player. You know, shit. Pat Bev liked some contact. He could play a little running back if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of them guys that's tall and agile. Like you put about 20, 30 pounds on KD. You might be able to get some good out of that. I'm not saying, and I'm not even saying these guys will be elite at the shit. I'm just saying to have a crack at it. Like,
yeah.
Only it's no real way for us to really know. So it's a mute debate for real. So we can just go back and forth all day about who the fuck think they right.
But you do know the hardest skill is shooting the basketball.
Out of everything we talking about, the two hardest things out of all this shit we talk about, bro, it's to consistently shoot a basketball and and consistently kick field goals. I think them the two hardest things we talk about.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so when
Yeah.
we get into that, like y'all, like my man James Jones, he just went crazy. He just like, y'all soft. And he standing on it. I was looking at his facial expression like, I was like, no, he not.
But see, a lot of times when teams flop to is for strategy, to give the other person a foul, to try to get to the free throw line. So it's not just because they're soft too. Like
some of it is theater. Some of it is theater. Some of it is theater. And for the reasons being, you have to do that because we can't take it there. We make too much money to fight. We make too much money to wrestle and get into the physicality. Like, you know, very much like the NFL, we are $1 billion Fortune 500 company. And you got to keep that product safe best you can. That's why the game in 2024 is completely different from the game in 1994. Same with football.
Yeah.
Same with football. You got to protect the quarterback. You got to protect the receivers. No blindside hits and all of that shit. So don't get confused. Our game had a level of physicality at one point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That rivals some of the things that you see in football. So that part of it, I didn't like. I didn't like him just going on a limb and be like, y'all soft, y'all ain't physical.